Hi everyone, we're now going to do episode 9 of my now known as MathewV21688 Talkz. My first 6 episodes were seen on my old Math49324 channel before that got suspended. So I was considering quitting my, discontinuing my Talkz series, but I decided that since I already filmed that 7th episode, I might as well just continue it. Anyway, now we'll be discussing the San Diego Lights main event. Once again, Jake Weimer making it 4 wins out of 5. Yeah, that's right, 4 wins out of 5. And we also had a big surprise performance from England's Max Anstey, who was running as high as 2nd place before a fall in the last lap. But I think what was the biggest surprise outside of the racing is that Mother Nature was able to hold off for both classes. Track was in primo, and I'd have to say that Dirtworks, they really know how to work their magic, that's for sure. I thought we were going to have another A1 2005 on our hands, but the weather held off, and it actually made for some good racing. And when the gate dropped, Trey Canard pulls the whole shot. Looks like he's going to get 2 wins in a row. Crashes on the first lap. Takes Hansen with him. Not his fault, of course. But I think the biggest question now is, if it wasn't for that second at San Fran, would Weimer have a perfect season? I guess the final round at Seattle, or maybe even the Vegas shootout, will tell us. But right now, Weimer looks like the man to beat. He's got 4 wins out of 5. Trey Canard is the only guy who's won a race. He did that at San Fran. Hopefully we see another different winner. But I guess we'll have to wait. But if my gut is telling me anything, we'll have to wait until the East Coast to start in Indy. And I'd have to say that not only was Anstey impressive with a 4th, even though he could have had a 2nd place if it wasn't for a fall in the last lap, I gotta say the big disappointment had to be Blake Wharton with his 2 crashes. One after the other after Anstey got by for 2nd, and then he crashed again in the next lap. But I think what should top that, Trey Canard. He had the lead on the first lap, and then he goes down. Too bad for Trey, but he's got one more race to prove himself before a long break. The East starts their season up at Indy. That round will be live. But honestly, I'm hoping we get at least one more different winner before the East Coast starts. Because quite honestly, Jake Weimer's kind of making this West season, I wouldn't say a bore, but I thought he was going to be chasing history to be the first rider ever to sweep a Lights West season. Ricky Carmichael did it on the East in '98. No one's done it since. The only one who's been closest is Stewart. Back when he was a Lights rider up until the end of '04. But anyway, back to San Diego. Once again, I thought it was a very exciting race. I was kind of hoping we'd have a different winner in Anstey, and when he caught up to Weimer, I was like, oh, are we going to have another winner? But then Anstey got fouled up with some lappers. But I guess I'll have to wait until Anaheim 3 to see if we will see another different winner in the Lights class. Well, that's it for my 9th episode of my MathewV21688 Talkz. Gotta get used to saying that. I'll see you guys for episode 10, where I will discuss the 450 main. Catch you later.